The Nebraska Department of Agriculture continuing to monitor the detection of highly pathogenic avian influenza, otherwise known as HPAI, in dairy cattle. Having said that, the NDA has issued restrictions for dairy cattle entering the state of Nebraska. Hi, I'm Susan Littlefield on the Rural Radio Network. We get clarification about what this all means from State Veterinarian Dr. Roger Dudley as we talk about dairy cattle entering the state.
In the past, 3 years ago, we had a requirement for all dairy cattle coming into Nebraska had to have a permit. And it helped us keep track of things better for different diseases that we were monitoring at that time. And we went away from that 3 years or so ago. Now, what we instituted yesterday is going back to that permitting process. And this permitting process is just the veterinarian that writes the certificate of veterinary inspection or the health certificate. That veterinarian calls into our office, gives us the information on the movement prior to the animals moving and prior to him issuing the CVI. That allows us to keep track of things better, helps us know what kind of animals are coming. Are they lactating animals? Are they not lactating? And allows us to have better tracking to be able to follow up if we need to follow up with those animals.
And really the process, like you were saying, doesn't take very long over the extended time that they normally would be calling in to let you know of livestock movement. Veterinarians
can write health certificates if they know what our import requirements are. They can write a health certificate without calling in. But we want to make sure now with this permitting requirement, we want to get that extra information up front.
How long is this in effect?
We put this in place for 30 days. And so all the month of April, we will be having this requirement in place. We did put an end date on it because we want to make sure that we reevaluate at the end of April to decide, is it important that we continue doing this, or can we go back to it the way we were doing things previously?
And in no way, Dr. Dudley, is the Department of Agriculture restricting dairy animals from entering the state.
That is correct. We do not, and we think it is important that animals, dairy animals and beef animals, all animals, are allowed to move freely to maintain commerce in Nebraska. This is just one extra step that the veterinarian that writes that health certificate can call in, get that permit very quickly, and then the animals are still allowed to move.
And Dr. Dudley stressed the milk you're drinking is safe to drink because of the process dairy producers do.
Milk from sick animals, from sick dairy animals, is diverted from human consumption anyway. Plus, pasteurization of the milk is really eliminates the threat of any of these diseases as well. And then as far as the producers, we do want to stress biosecurity. Biosecurity is important all the time. Biosecurity, it helps prevent diseases from coming on to the farm in any situation, but certainly when we have a disease that there are lots of information, a rapidly evolving situation, we do need to make sure biosecurity is being done at the farm level.
And that is Nebraska State Veterinarian Dr. Roger Dudley. I'm Susan Littlefield on the Rural Radio Network.